Sometimes our photos aren't quite ready to put up on Family Tree. They may be too light or crooked, or part of it we don't want in there. So there's things we can do to doctor it up. There's a photo manipulator that's free. It's called View, and it's found on the website irfanview.com. Family History Library in Salt Lake City has this on each of their computers to help manipulate the documents and photos that people get there. So you would go to irfanview.com. I click on Download, View 32-bit, and then come down the page to where there's a picture of 2 cows, spelled incorrectly, but still, it's what we want. You can download View, but then come back and download the View plugins. The plugins allow the program to adjust to different computers. And then click Download Now. Let me show you a few things that View can do. I got this picture of my great-great-grandfather given to me, but it was a little faded out when I got it. So I opened it up in View. I went to Image and Auto Adjust Colors. And it looks so much better with the contrast that way. So now I would file and save it, or save it as the original file to take the place of the old one. This is a picture of a little girl named Katie. It's a picture on a big white piece of paper. It has not been cropped yet. Some scanners will automatically crop and just leave you the picture and eliminate the white page. But if you get something that doesn't do that, with View, you can put your cursor in the corner and draw it across so that it encompasses and selects the part that you want. And then you go to Edit and Crop Selection. And then you have just the picture and the white page is gone. There are other things we can do with this picture. We can just take Katie and the kitties and do Edit, Crop Selection again. And now we just have Katie. I noticed there's a little shadow on her face, so I could do Image and Color Corrections. This is my original. This is what I end up with. And I'm going to lighten it just a little bit so you can see her face just a little better. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Now I notice that she's got a little speck under her eye. So I'm going to make that a little bit bigger. It could have been from the camera, it could have really been there, it could have been on the screen when I copied it. But I'm just going to draw a little square of color of the flesh next to that and click Control Copy, and then put it over the top of that little dot and put Control Paste. And now it's gone. I can make that smaller now, and now I can resave that file and save as the finished product. This is a picture my mother carried around of my dad for many years. She carried it around in her wallet and got quite dog-eared and bent a little bit, even had a little line through his eye. So with View, I doctored it up pretty good. So those are just a few things that can be done with View. You can use Photoshop. It just costs more money. This is free. Or you can use some other photo manipulator. Snippet is good, but it doesn't allow you to manipulate the photos and straighten them out if they're crooked or things like that. Let me just show you one other thing. Here's the scrapbook page, a picture that I had developed from a slide, but it came out a little washed out. So I'll click on Image, Auto Adjust Colors. Oh, looks so much better. Let me do this one now. Image, Auto Adjust Colors. Ah, much better. Still has that slide coloration, but I like it better. Here's a picture of my mother hanging clothes. Image, Auto Adjust Color. This didn't turn out quite as good as I wanted it to, so I'm going to go up to Image, and this time I'm going to do it manually. Color Corrections. Here's the original. Here's what I'm going to work on. So I'm going to make that just a little more contrast till I get it just the way I want it. And I'll click OK. Now my scrapbook page looks a lot better. Now I just file and save image as, or I could save it as the original file to take the place of what it was before. Give Earth-View a try and see if it helps you with your photos. Now I'd like to show you how to attach a photo to someone. I'm going to click on my sister. I have a photo of her. Her name is Linda. I'll click right here. And now I can click right on her memories or her person page and then click on memories, but I'll just click on memories from here. I have a lot of pictures of Linda, but I don't have the particular one that I want to put on there. So I'm going to upload a photo. Now when I save this photo, I have to remember where I saved it to. If I can't tell which pictures are which, I can change the view of this by clicking on Make Those Large Icons. Here's the picture of Linda I would like to put on. I could double click or single click and open. When the picture comes up, it first says unprocessed, and then it will say unscreened. Human eyes have to look at this picture to make sure that I don't put up something that everybody, even children, could not enjoy seeing. The very first picture I put up, it will ask me if I agree to the terms of usage, and some of the things on there are the people have to be modestly clothed, there can be no depictions of violence, there can be nothing sacred go up there. So a few things like that, and then you'll click yes, and that will be the only time you're asked. And if you put up a document, you'll have to agree to those terms as well, each of the sections. Now, while we're waiting for this to be processed and screened, there are a few things that the submitter can do. So I'm the submitter. I can see this even though nobody else can right now, but there are a couple of things I can do with this while I'm waiting for this to be processed. If I hover over this exclamation point, it says this photo is not tagged. What that means is I haven't said where in this photo Linda Jo Watson is. I put it on her file, so she must be somewhere in this photo. So I have to say where in this photo she is. Also, I have not put a caption underneath. It shows up at the bottom, so I call it a caption. But when I put it up, it will ask me to put up a title. So I'll click on this picture. Okay, it says, click the image to tag Linda Jo Watson. Here she is. But I don't just want a nose shot of her. I want to stretch that out and put that over her face. And then I'll say, this is Linda Jo Watson. Now I want to tag who this person is. Since I stretched that square out to be that size for Linda, it assumes that the next person I should stretch out to be that size as well. But I think I will make it just a little smaller. And I'll say who this is. I'll type in the name, Martha, June. Now, I have put in some memories of different Marthas, and it's brought up some particular ones that I've put in already. And it's not Martha Jane, it's Martha June, or I could continue to type that out and it'll only bring up one. So I'm going to pick the one that I've already tied to Family Tree. Okay, now this whole picture will show up in Martha's file, and this whole picture will show up in Linda's file. But if I don't know who it is, I can hover over this, the wording, and it will show, or I can hover over the picture and it will show who is who. Now there's a Privacy Act, so I'm going to tell you what happens if I name a person who's still alive and I label this person. So I'm going to say, this is Catherine Rose Watson. Now I'm tagged there as well. Because there is someone who is connected to the tree knows that this person is living. Now this picture will not show up in Martha's file or in Linda's file because there's someone who is tagged as living right here. So I can do one of two things. I'm going to, first of all, delete this tag. And I'm going to try it again. And I'll say this person, I'm going to put Catherine Rose Watson, but I'm not going to take the one that's already connected to the tree. I'm going to take this, add a new person. It's a new person in my memories collection, not a new person on the tree. So I can do it that way, and you can see that this is not linked to the tree. So Family Search doesn't know that I'm still living, so it will still show those pictures in Linda's and Martha's file. Another way I could do it is I could click on Add Title, and I'll say Watson Sisters Reunion 2004, left to right, Linda, Kathy, Morty, and save. So now this title or this caption has my name and where I can be found in the photo, going left to right. Or I can put this tag without linking it to the tree. Either way, you can name the person in the photo. Another great thing that I can do here, this is a brand new opportunity, is to click on Record a Memory. Can you see that microphone right there? It's going to let me talk to the computer. Or if my computer doesn't have a microphone on it, then I could plug in a microphone and start talking. I'll start. Here's a countdown. We had our wonderful sisters reunion back in 2004. Our husbands all dropped us off at Marty's mother-in-law's house, and we all brought our favorite foods. Some brought shrimp, brownies, cream puffs. We had a great party, and we sat around and told some wonderful memories and laughed. It was a wonderful, cherished experience. Now I can play that, and immediately it tells the story as I had just told it. But try that, it's fun. Now, if I go out to Linda's page, go to her memories, it has a picture. It doesn't even have the word screening anymore, so it's ready to put out there for the public to see. And it has a picture of a microphone there indicating to someone that they might want to click on this page and hear that story.